In this episode, I share how I do ads on Meta for Coca-Cola, following exactly the same steps for my business. From meeting new people, prospecting, to re-engaging with these people, remarketing, and finally understanding what's happening, analytics. Sorry for my voice, my pollen allergy is all over the place. For those who are new, my name is Sergio, and every Sunday I share stories on my solopreneur journey. This is week 10 and I have $4,000 left in savings. You can subscribe or join my newsletter if you want to be part of the journey. Okay, let's get into it. So first thing I do is divide my entire strategy into prospecting and remarketing, prospecting to meet new people, and remarketing to re-engage with these people. I make sure to separate both strategies correctly so there's no intersection between them. This way we know how much we're spending meeting new people and how much re-engaging with these people. We also have to understand a very simple funnel where we have impressions of our ads, then people clicking these ads to get into a landing page, and finally people converting inside of our websites. These conversions can be a purchase, a lead, a sign up, whatever brings value to your business. Great, so we're ready to create our prospecting campaign. Naming is important to keep things organized, but we don't have to get obsessed with it. I remember 6 years ago using fancy names to show off, but that was just me trying to feel important. So at this point we choose our campaign goal. I always go for conversions, and in this case for lead conversions. This way the algorithm can focus on a specific event inside of our website, which in my case will be the user subscribing to my newsletter. I set a daily budget for my campaign with no end date, so this can be as little as $10 per day, which is around $300 a month. You can later increase or decrease based on results. Great, so next thing we do is jump into our audience setup. Here I like to create independent groups for each audience so we can later know which one's doing best. If we get all of them in the same box, we can't know which one's the winner. So my target is people starting online businesses. So I'll create a group for people interested in passive income, for example. Then duplicate this group and target people interested in small businesses. I repeat this like 5 or 10 times with different audiences related so we can test independently which one's best. Okay, so now I jump straight into the ads. We have to understand this is the first time we're talking to these people, so our message has to be open and welcoming. I recommend using video, but image is also fine. I've used one of my organic videos so it feels more native. So I upload this ad, drop my website link, and we're ready to go live. Great, so now that we have a prospecting campaign running, people will start visiting our website and fiddling around. But most probably they won't purchase because it's the first time they see us. You don't kiss someone just straight after meeting them, or at least not always. So here's the same, they need a few more interactions before they're confident to drop their email or make a purchase. For this, we're going to create an audience for people who visited our website but not yet converted. We will later use this audience in our remarketing campaign. This way we make sure we're talking to these specific people. It's also important to exclude them from our prospecting campaigns, so we keep both strategies nice and clean. Alright, so we're ready to create a remarketing campaign. Here my conversion goal is going to be purchase because these people already know about me. I set a daily budget of $5 a day for this campaign, which is around $150 a month. Later, when sales start to come in, I can increase this budget as long as my numbers support it. What I mean by this is if I'm selling a course of $100 and I'm getting a cost per sale of $40, then I can keep opening the tab. But if I'm getting a cost per sale of $120, then there's something I'm doing wrong and I have to fix it before I increase my budget. I can make another video on this if you're interested. Alright, next thing we do is jump into our audience, and this one's going to be way simpler than prospecting. We'll just create one ad group and we'll drop the remarketing audience we've just created. Everything else open so the algorithm can do its work. And lastly, I jump into my ads. Now we're going to be more specific with our message because these people already know us, so we can start introducing the value of our product. For people wanting to start an online business, I'm starting a real software business from scratch and documenting every single step as an online course, as if you were literally starting the business with me. This way you can copy what I do and start your business in days without any coding and with a very low budget. Click here if you want to know more. You've just seen one of my ads for free. Maybe you want to check out my courses and community for solopreneurs. So yeah, hopefully people find this interesting and I can start making some sales. In the end, this is all about connecting with people and building trust the same way we do in person. Okay, so our prospecting and remarketing campaigns are live. Now we have to understand what these people are doing inside of our website and also where our conversion is coming from. For this, we have to implement the Meta pixel. This sounds fancy, but it's just a line of code we put into our websites. So Meta can see what's happening here as well, because they just know what happens up to impressions and clicks. So this way they also get to see what conversions are taking place. I use Google Tag Manager to get my pixel in, and I also set up events for when someone has made a purchase, signed up, or whatever you want want to track. Great, so we can now see conversion metrics in our Meta dashboard. I like to keep my metrics simple. It can get pretty messy. So I jump into the custom columns, delete all of the default metrics and select them from scratch. Amount spent, impressions, clicks, leads, cost per lead, which is the amount spent divided by the amount of leads, and then purchase, cost per purchase, and purchase ROAS, which is the return on ad spend. So for every dollar we get in, how many dollars we get out. As you can see, this is pretty much the metrics of my funnel going down, which makes it easier to understand. I do get a few more metrics in, but I just want to keep it simple for now. All right, so I've just activated my remarketing campaign, so I'll let you guys know in a few weeks how this is going, but I can already see some data in my prospecting campaigns, where my goal is to capture the user's email, and the campaign has generated around 150 leads at a decent cost per lead, but again, that depends on the margins of your business. And these people are already inside of my newsletter. This means every Sunday they'll receive an email from me where I try to bring them the most value, and in every email I have a subtle link promoting my product, knowledge and community for solopreneurs, which will take them to my landing page whenever they feel ready. So here's the thing, I spent money generating these emails, but now I can reach these people for free with my newsletter every week, as long as they want to stay with me. Anyway, email strategy is a whole other story, but it's great to find synergies between all these channels. Going back to the Meta dashboard, I also wanted to show you how from the ad groups tab, I can now clearly see the audiences bringing the most leads and at what cost per lead. So if I sort them from least to most expensive, I clearly see the winning audiences at a cost per lead of less than $3. So I can simply pause the losing audiences, and this way my budget will focus on the winning audiences. As a result, I should bring down my overall cost per lead, meaning that I can get more leads with the same budget. So to keep improving results or optimizing campaigns, like we would say in consulting, we just have to keep on testing. New audiences, new ads, new landing pages, whatever you can think of, just give it a try and stick to whatever works for you. Great, so I hope you've taken some value out of this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I reply to all of them. And here's another story analyzing Justin Welsh's marketing strategy. He's made a ton of money without any ads, and that's just crazy. You'll see how I stole a few things from him. Thanks for spending your time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.